Good morning.
God, you're such a nerd.
Good afternoon. Good evening. Welcome to another installment of the Stay Good podcast. My name is Mason.
And I'm Danny.
And we are going to be your hosts today. You guys were probably hoping for a guest speaker today, but you have us.
Ta-da.
And now you're stuck with us for the next 25 minutes of your life. Danny, you want to sort of lead us off here, tell them what we're going to be talking about today?
We're going to be talking about video games.
You're damn right we are.
Every sort of video... I don't know about every sort of video games. We're going to talk about the video games that we have been recently playing. For me, I play on PC.
Nice.
I don't know about any of you guys. I know...
Did you start on PC?
No. I started on Xbox 360 a long time ago.
What made you switch to the PC?
Probably the fact that it would just run games better, faster. I get better FPS, that kind of stuff, and the fact that I can, with two monitors, I can have one screen up showing like the chat of everything, and one game or one TV or one monitor.
Yeah.
Did
you ever get into like changing settings and everything when you first got the PC?
I tried to, but I had absolutely no idea what I was doing. So I could say kind of partial on that one.
I'll get into like arguments and stuff with my friends about like the better one, and
Right.
the ones that are on like PlayStation or Xbox are basically they're like, well, you have POV adjustment, and I've played Warzone and Call of Duty for 5, 6, 7 years on a PC, and I've never once changed the POV.
Really?
Yeah, I just don't.
I feel like once you get set to a certain thing, it's just like you're just used to it at that point.
Yeah, and we were playing Rocket League, and I was doing 30 FPS.
Yeah. So we were playing Rocket League the other night, and he was like, "What's all your settings at? What's going on here?" And I started reading off.
I suck really, really bad, so I'm like, it's got to be the settings.
Yeah. So he is way better at Warzone. And I wouldn't say I'm way better at Rocket League.
He's way better.
I'm better at Rocket League. So it's kind of flip-flop between the games. So I'm always asking him stuff about Warzone. And he asked me stuff about Rocket League. But I was going through all my settings, and this man says, 144 frames? I was like, yeah. He's like, oh, mine's set to 30. This man might as well have been playing on a Nintendo GameCube.
It was basically like I was playing Minecraft, Rocket League.
He had a slideshow, a PowerPoint presentation going on.
Yeah, the pixelation was not that good, and I was like, oh, this has got to be it. Now that I changed to 144, I got to be so much better, and I was not. So it definitely
That's crazy.
It goes a lot further than just the settings in it. But I never really got into Rocket League early on, and all my friends were like, you love cars,
Yeah.
and you love soccer.
It's cool. You customize your car.
Yeah, literally just put them together and you have Rocket League.
Yeah.
But I could never get into it early on, and I don't know why.
It's so hard. The learning curve of Rocket League is probably bigger than any game that I've ever played.
Yeah, like even like in Call of Duty, you can at least camp in a corner and just point at a door, and if someone runs in, you can shoot. Even Claire can kill somebody in Warzone. You know
Claire
what I mean?
kills several people in Warzone.
Okay, yeah, and she's a newbie, so she can do that. I think the learning curve for Call of Duty is a lot lower.
Yeah.
But Rocket League, I feel like the learning curve is a lot higher. But once you get to that point, it is so much easier to get a lot better.
Yeah.
I'm so close to like
from where
good.
you are to where I am is the biggest jump.
Yeah.
And then from where I am to where we have two other friends that we play with often, Connor and Cooper. So they're better than I am. And they're just, they've been playing it for, 4 years now at this point. And I started last year.
See, that's the thing. I can't find the time to put into like Rocket League.
Yeah.
Like aside from Call of Duty. Because when I get on games at night,
You're right.
I want to play Warzone. I want to play like a first person shooter, whether it be like Warzone or Apex or anything like that. I can't play Fortnite. That game's garbage.
Okay, now it is not good.
No.
OG
season?
Fortnite up to like season 4, like the best game ever created.
Yeah, no,
I had the
I
most
agree.
fun time
I agree.
on that game, and then it just got really, really sweaty. And I actually touch grass every now and then, so I was not able to compete.
Yeah. No, the second you shoot at somebody and then they had a mansion in front of me in 2 seconds, I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna leave the game.
I miss when I first started. You'd shoot at somebody, they'd slowly turn around until they could find you.
Yeah.
And you're missing 90% of your shots. Yeah. He's not hitting a single one.
No, the best time was when you were like a bush.
Right.
And you could just camp there, and then like the players would run around you and not know that you're there.
Dude, you were so obvious. Now that we look back at that too, like you were so obviously like sitting in a bush.
Yeah.
And people just wouldn't think to look there for some reason.
No, those were the old games. Like I started Call of Duty. I think Modern Warfare was my original like Call of Duty that I played, and going from there, I think my very first I used to play on Wii. So I literally used to have like the freaking little thing,
really,
and like the nunchuck, and I would have to sit like at an angle so that the thing would sit on my knee and then go at the little cursor that the Wii thing follows, and then I have the Wii like the nunchuck, and I literally used to play Call of Duty on a Wii. Yeah,
that's insane.
Yeah, it was bonkers.
I think that's the one system that I have never played Call of Duty on.
Yeah, I wouldn't wish it on my worst enemy.
Yeah, that sounds awful.
That's terrible.
Yeah.
But like I was so grateful just to even have the Wii, and then even to get Call of Duty for like Christmas, all I did was just sit there and I played. But literally, I had to like get a setup so that I could play it. And once you got good at it, it was pretty easy to be good. But then we switched to the Xbox 360 when I had enough money to buy one.
Yeah.
And going from that, I think Modern Warfare 3 was the first Call of Duty on Xbox that I played, and just like the level of gameplay when you actually have a controller was night and day.
Especially compared to a Wii.
Yeah. Well,
I can't hate on Wii though. Wii was like...
Wii was before its time.
Wii was so ahead of its time. Yeah. Everybody wanted a Wii.
Yeah.
And I remember my dad's friend, Dane, going out to a midnight release and ended up getting in a fight with somebody over the last one that they had.
Nice.
And that ended up being my Christmas present that year. And...
Don't you still have it? And you try to give it to Cooper and then Jenna got mad?
Cooper will be getting that Wii. Yes.
Okay, yeah.
Cooper will be getting that
Sorry,
Wii.
Jenna. You can't win
we can go over there. That makes a good excuse for us to go over to Cooper's house and have a little game night.
No, but I definitely believe the Wii it deserves its respect.
It does. Yeah.
No Wii slander will be tolerated here. But I went from there, and all my friends used to make fun of me too because I'd play on Wii, and it's like they were all be on like Xbox or PlayStation,
and they just absolutely crap on you.
Yeah, and I would go to school, and they're like, "How's your Wii doing?" I'm like, suck it. Like, I'm just trying to play a game.
15 FPS going on
Dude,
over there.
I was just trying to have the most of what I had, and I had so much fun playing that. And that sort of got me into first-person shooters. And ever since then, I've just played Call of Duty growing up.
Yeah.
And you just have so much fun. And there's a lot that like you learn while playing Call of Duty with like friends and stuff. There's a lot of life skills that I think that I took away from just having the ability to like have witty comebacks and make small talk with your friends. That
the witty comebacks, I think, is the craziest thing.
It's got
your mom jokes.
Yeah.
Those also have to be top tier for you to play in a public lobby on Call of Duty.
So basically, I mean, the same as like people going out and like actually interacting with people and making like their personality and stuff built that way when you're young.
Right.
I feel like you should also play video games because you just sort of like mold yourself into something that only comes from playing games, and then the relationships that you build with your friends while playing video games is just one that's unmatched.
It's insane. Like you see all these stories about people that they meet in a Call of Duty lobby.
Oh, that's bonkers.
7 years ago, and they end up meeting up in person.
No, I couldn't do that.
You couldn't do that?
I couldn't do that.
Oh, dude, I'm still friends with this guy named Graham.
Okay.
Who lives in South Carolina. And we met in a Call of Duty lobby. I think this was Black Ops 1. Mm-hmm. But we still play here and then. Like it's...
See, but I had like the friends in the elementary and like middle school that I grew up with. And then once we all got like consoles and everything, we all played together. And it was fun because I was comfortable enough to like call them out on their shit and make fun of them.
Yeah.
I feel like if I met some random dude in a Call of Duty lobby, like I feel like I'd be like holding back on making fun of him.
Oh no, I would let it rip on him. Like, I don't know, man. It was just something because he was the same age as me. Mm-hmm. We were kind of interested in the same things. Even now, he's kind of interested in cars.
Nice.
Like he has a Jeep that he's done stuff to.
Nice.
Like, I mean, we get along with that. We play games here and then still together.
Nice.
And it's just cool.
Yeah. And I feel like there's a lot of things you learn through life while playing video games with other people that you wouldn't really learn those things if it wasn't for playing the video games.
Yeah, you
with
wouldn't
your
have
friends.
that. You wouldn't have that.
There should be a class in high school. Like you should be able to it should be split into two different things. You should learn how to make small talk with people.
I agree.
Like in real life, like regular. And you should learn how to talk shit and Call of Duty lobbies. Those should be the two things.
I feel like that should be worth more credit hours
Yeah,
too.
I agree. Because nobody set me up for how to. So I just started going back. Hey, Danny, what's going on there? It's at your foot.
What is it?
It's at your foot. Burrow
Keep
is
it.
just in shambles. So
Sorry, that is Burrow. If you guys have not seen Burrow, that is Burrow.
go Joe Burr.
Bengals playoff game, the day that this is releasing, I will
Nice.
be there. I will be at least 15 Twisted Teas deep.
Nice.
So do not reach out to me. You will not get this, Danny.
Yeah, when you're watching the game, you'll see somebody shirtless behind the end zone.
Most likely pantsless.
Yeah, pantsless as well. He'll have body paint on. That's gonna be him. It's gonna be Danny the Tiger.
Danny the Tiger. Who's Tony the
He's
Tiger?
gonna be out there live. But so basically, I like worked from home for like the entirety of my job. I got hired during COVID, so I literally have never gone into the office. And as of recently, they're starting to roll back the back to office little things, and nobody prepared me for the small talk you have to make to your coworkers while you're passing them in the hallway.
Yeah.
Like, what do I even say?
Top of the morning, too.
Basically, and like you see the same people like 6 or 7 times in the day, and you're just like, it's so annoying because you're walking past each other, and he's like, "How's it going?" And I'm like, "Good. How are you?" And by the time I say, "How are you?" they're like 10 feet past me.
It can't be a full conversation.
No,
It's got to
can't.
be something very
Yeah.
quick. And
Usually I just say living the dream, but
Yeah.
like after the 4th or 5th time seeing them in the same day, like I'm just living
You're
the
still
dream.
living the dream.
Still living the same dream. Maybe I'll just like progressively like lower it down, like living the dream, like
Yeah.
maintaining the dream.
maintain it. I guess I woke up this morning.
I guess I'm breathing. I'm doing all right, buddy. It's like 5 o'clock. I'm ready to go home. It's just like, I did it.
You got your shit all packed and you're
Yeah.
all ready. They're like, "How you doing? How's your day?"
how's it
You're like,
going?
"Well, almost done."
And then, God forbid, you see him in the bathroom, and then
Dude, that's so awkward.
the world just comes to an end because it's like, what do you say? Like, what, they say something to you, and you have to talk to them. I'm just like, I'm trying to go to the bathroom.
How many urinals do you have at your?
We only have 2. Also, it's
that's
on the,
awkward.
It's on the 16th floor, so it's like so interesting to like flush the toilet and just know that it's just like just rushing as fast as possible down to the bottom.
Pipe breaks, and a homeless man just gets mason piss all over him.
I would feel so bad, but it's just so interesting because it's like, how do they get the water up there? And then also when you flush it, like that shit's going like 16 floors down at the force of like 1,000 suns.
Can we get a plumber in the comments to explain how this all works?
I'd love it.
Because I never really thought about that until you brought that up.
I think about it literally every single time I go to the bathroom, which is like 37 times a day.
Yeah, fair.
But again, like nobody prepares you for that kind of stuff. So I feel like that's just something that they should put into high school. Like teach me how to talk to somebody and teach me like the appropriate comments to make when I'm passing some guy in the office.
Yeah.
Or just let me work from home for forever and then I never have to talk to anybody.
Yeah, this got dropped on Mason. What was it? Wednesday?
Yeah.
No. Tuesday.
Yeah, so I don't want to get into it too much, but basically I did this like telecommuting agreement where I agreed to go in 3 times a week, and it sort of kept getting pushed off and off because of COVID, and I basically just got the email on Tuesday saying, okay, it's time to come back. We're gonna start holding you to it. And I'm like, okay. So then I have to start going in 3 times a week, but it's down in Cincinnati, so I have to drive down, pay for parking, and then drive all the way home. So by the time I get down there and then drive back, it's like 2 hours of commuting with traffic and stuff that I lose every day. And recently, Claire works over on the east side, so we basically drive to my work, drop me off, and then she goes up to her work, so like 8 minutes away, and then that way I don't have to pay for parking.
Nice.
But then my boss comes to me at like 2:30, and he's like, "Hey, you want to go home and then just like finish out the day from home?" And I'm like,
That's tough.
Don't got
That's
a car.
tough.
And I
yeah,
told
I'm
him
gonna get to walking.
yeah, and I told
By
him
the
that.
time I get home, I'll be all finished up with my shit.
Exactly. I was like, I don't have a car. He's like, what? Why not? And I was like, well, I don't want to pay for parking. And he's like, oh, I guess that makes sense because like the managers and stuff get their parking paid for.
That sucks.
He does
I
that.
feel like if you work downtown where you are required to park in a parking garage, that it should be covered at some sort of expense.
Yeah, and it's like the worst one is when there's Reds games or Bengals games. It's like $25 to park there. Like,
Oh, and you guys have to do that too.
yeah.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, like those
That sucks.
same lots that are open to the public. Like I have to pay $25. I went down there for like just a meeting, literally an in-person meeting on the day of a Reds game, and I parked in the parking garage, and when you leave is when they tell you how much it costs. I was there
Right.
for maybe an hour and a half, just like had the in-person meeting, went home, and literally my ticket was $25.
That's awful.
Like,
Yeah, that's awful. And you can't do a thing about it.
no, I can't. Do
You've already
anything about it.
parked.
Yeah, I've already parked, and
Yeah.
also I had to be there.
So, if you drive the Celica, you could just be like, yeah, fuck you, and then lower it down and just scoot
go
underneath it.
Maybe I'll just get a motorcycle and then I'll just
bad
go
idea.
around. I feel like motorcycles are just so much more practical when you like work in the city.
Or just get a truck and just drive through it.
I already have a truck.
Yeah, you do have a truck.
And
Drive through it.
the truck's so high that literally it's like my antenna hits the like the roof. So like the truck roof doesn't hit like the ceiling of the parking
the
garage,
antenna
but the
does.
antenna is just slightly above it. So you're literally driving up this thing, and literally every single section of the parking garage, it's hitting my antenna. I'm like, what if one of these times is just a little bit lower and then it hits my truck? Yeah. Then what?
That happens.
It better
It
not.
I was thinking your circumstance. It'll never happen in that
Thank you.
building.
Yes, thank you.
But I mean, like you've seen it happen before. Like there's
Yeah.
been videos out there.
Because like, how do the construction workers basically go through there with like a tape measure and make sure that every single like pillar is the same height?
Dude, engineering's crazy though.
I don't even want to get into it.
That's
like,
a whole
like
nother thing. We're
architecture.
talking about plumbing and shit going down 16 stories. I don't want to get into that.
Well, it's got to be like a pump that like shoves it back up 16 floors. And also I have to get on an elevator and I have to go up 16 floors. Like, what if the elevator breaks and falls?
You're dead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But,
I
like-
don't think there's a way around that.
No, like
unfortunately.
what if you jump like right as the elevator hits the ground, you jump.
Hasn't there been I feel like there's been some sort of viral YouTube video that has gone over that.
But how would you go over it? Like, how do you myth bust that? Because
have no
literally
idea.
the only way to test that is just to do it at that.
Yeah, I have absolutely no idea.
Burrow's eating your mic stand. Or your
Burrow?
camera stand.
Burrow?
Jenna, what are you doing?
Come on, Jenna.
You had literally one job.
We got Jenna sitting here in the background as a casting coordinator. I don't know what we're going to call her.
Cat maintainer.
Oh,
There you go, Burrow.
Burrow's climbing up the pole now.
That's Joe Burr. Are there any video games that? Let me just circle back here.
Yeah, I
Are
was
there
gonna say we started off on video games and ended up talking about how shit goes down 16 stories.
Are there any video games that you find yourself like wanting to play, but you feel like you might be too old for? I'll start. For me, it's Minecraft.
Yes, Minecraft.
I love Minecraft, but I feel like because I'm 23 years old, I shouldn't be playing it.
Yeah.
But when I get on there, I'm like, so we bought the house, and I get on there, and I'm like, I'm gonna rebuild the house in Minecraft.
It's so relaxing.
And I spent like
In the-
literally like 7 hours of like total time building my house in Minecraft.
That's crazy.
You know?
You got to show me that.
Nah,
I've
it's
actually.
gone.
Oh,
Yeah.
did you delete Minecraft because you were too old?
No. So we do this thing. It's like cyclical. So basically, we start a realm or
Yeah.
whatever. And me and my friends
Yeah.
play it, and we basically play it till we get bored of playing it.
Okay.
And then just one person sort of initiates it, and because we're all like at the same, we start at the same time, so we basically all get worn out at the same time.
Right.
And then he makes the first piece of like TNT, and then he blows your shit up.
Oh.
And then you go over there and your farm's blown up. And you're like, Ethan, I'm going to come blow your house up.
Yeah.
So then I make my TNT and then I blow his shit up and then everything's just blown up and then we just quit and then we go play a different game.
That's fair.
But we literally play games until we get worn out on them and then we go back. So it's probably coming up on like 3 or 4 months since I've played Minecraft. So
That's
it's about that time when I should get back in there.
literally sounds about what. So Connor Cooper, Zakah, and I all started a Minecraft realm, and we were playing for a long time. We actually all lived in the same house. It was built into a mountain. Everything going all right?
Yeah, we're doing it.
We're just making sure everything's going well because apparently my voice was non-existent last podcast. So we changed stuff up.
Can't win them all.
But yeah, we built it into a mountain.
Yeah.
And all lived together. Nothing got blown up. We just got tired of it. I don't know what it was.
No, like it's definitely like my friend group. Like when we get tired of it,
Then you start blowing shit
we
up.
just blow shit
Yeah.
up, and that's like our time. It's like, okay, why don't we play a different game? And then we start playing like Call of Duty and stuff. But I'm excited now because basically, like with it being on the off season of cars and stuff, I have a lot more time. Like when I get home from work, and like obviously, like we're working with like G&G stuff, getting the schedule and stuff together there. But I just wanted to do more, so I actually just created a Twitch, and I'm gonna want to start like streaming because that shit looks so fun.
This man had 9 viewers the other night.
Let me tell you about
for
it.
some chaos on Rocket League.
Yeah, let me tell you about it. Okay, so I'm literally just famous. Okay, this is what I did here is I created my Twitch.
Yep.
And then I took the Twitch link.
Uh-huh.
And I just put it into all the group chats that I'm in. And at one point,
This man's in a lot of group chats too.
I had nine total people in there, and chat was just going crazy.
You think this guy's Tim the Tatman or something?
That's what I'm saying,
Yeah.
man. They started like gifting subs and stuff,
Yeah.
and like tier 1 like subscriptions. I'm like, man, this is crazy.
Yeah.
Guys, calm down. I'll sign autographs later. Like, literally don't even have a camera
You
yet.
don't even know how to deal with the fame.
No, my computer can't even run Warzone at the and stream at the same time. I can only
Don't
play
you have
Rocket
2
League.
computers? Aren't you trying to get 2 computers to?
So I do have the second. I have 2 PCs. My PC I built, or my brother's built back in freshman year of college. That's like 6 years ago. And we have another PC that was built a little bit after that, I want to say. Okay. And right now that PC is just running our Drift Sim. And a lot of the streamers, they use 2 different PCs, but I don't know how. Because I think they use one PC for like their Discord, and then they have the other PC just for gaming and then the streaming. But I don't know how the audio connects between the two, because basically OBS is the streaming software for like Twitch and everything.
Right.
And I don't know how that connects to like the second monitor or the second computer for like their Discord or anything like that. And there's probably a lot of people out there that actually know what the heck they're talking about.
Again, please comment.
Yeah. Well, there's a lot of
Trying to help this dude.
I posted on Facebook and I sort of asked for help, and I guess I kind of underestimated the amount of like friends that are streamers.
Right.
Like there's a lot of you guys that stream because there's a lot of people in the car community that love gaming.
Yeah. I feel like that like kind of goes hand in hand. Like you like cars, you play video games. You own a Subaru, you vape. It's just kind of like things that just like go together.
Yeah, and you own a Mustang, you take out some crap.
Yeah, I would know about that.
It's how the world works. But yeah, I really want to get into that and just sort of have more fun with it. And just, again, we love doing new hobbies and we love picking things up. So that's one of those things that I definitely want to start doing. But one game I could never get into was Forza.
Really? Have you now? I understand if you've never been able to get into Forza when you've played on a controller. Have you ever played Forza on a sim?
No, I have not.
That is really fun.
Is it?
That is really fun. So I had a really junky crap simulator at my house. This was years ago. And I played Forza, F1, Horizon, and Motorsport. Both of those, well, all 3 of those were really, really fun. So I would recommend, I mean, I can even sign into mine just so we can download it and just try it. It's really fun. Yeah,
See,
I think you would like it.
I don't know. I could just never get into it because it's basically the same exact thing every time. Like you go to a race, you do the race, and then you grab points, and then you upgrade your car, and then you go to a race, and then you grab points.
That's true.
This is so all over the place.
I understand where you're coming from on that.
The reason I like first-person shooters is because literally every single game is different from where you land to the people you encounter to the guns you have.
Yeah.
And it's stuff like that that makes it super fun. And that's why I get like burnt out on Minecraft.
That's fair.
Because like I try it and I try to have like a good time with it, and then basically I just overplay it, and then I get bored.
You got to be very, very creative to stay busy on Minecraft for a long time.
Dude, there is so much to the game of Minecraft that I had no idea about. Like there's like an Enderman you can fight. Like there's like
the Ender Dragon.
Yeah, like you can get to that point and like you can make like portals and like these little things that like go up into the air that make you run faster when you're around them.
The what?
I have no idea. It's like a beacon kind of thing.
Oh, the beacons?
Yeah, and like you can run faster, you can jump higher, you
Yeah.
can break things faster. And back in my day, you would chop down a tree,
Yeah.
you'd build a house.
Yeah. I would build houses out of dirt
Yeah,
on my first world.
Now there's an Ender Dragon.
Yeah.
Well, I would join the world and then I would get shit on, and then I would take dirt and I would just build a square around me.
Yeah.
And that would be my home.
Yeah.
And then I would just leave the game.
It's crazy how much things have progressed, especially like in our lifetimes, because it's just been so much so quick.
Yeah. Well, you got to think about it prior to our lifetime. Like the people that were born in like the 60s, they have to have like the craziest life.
Yeah.
Because like what? Like they went from using pigeons to communicate to literally having an iPhone 20 years later.
It's crazy. It's
Or like-
crazy. And then you sit back and you're like, okay, that makes sense why they don't know how to use their phone
Yeah, and then
or
you make
set up
fun of
their
them.
printer.
Yeah.
And then you make fun of them. And then they tell you about how they walk to school 14 miles in negative 40-degree temperatures.
Uphill both ways. Yeah, there were wolves on each way. Yeah, no, I know all about it. No, but like literally, like the first plane was built like what was it, 25 years or 20 years before we put a man on the moon.
Yeah.
So we literally went from using like paper and sticks to fly. Fast forward.
Yeah. 20 years.
To putting somebody on the moon. That's wild. And then you try to think about like your like the older people in your family who, like you said, they don't know how to use a tablet or what is this? What is this chat snap?
What is your chat snap? What is that thing called Tweeter?
The Facebook. I'm gonna post something on the Facebook, and like you understand it because shit went so quick, and I feel like now we're in the stage where I feel like it's not going as fast anymore. I feel like the past 5 years, the iPhone has basically been the same exact iPhone, just either a bigger screen or smaller screen, or just like maybe things are upgrading. Like
one more camera on the back.
Yeah, and it's crazy.
3 years from now, we're gonna have a phone with a screen on the front, and then the back is just gonna be like 18 cameras.
Well, did you see that they're going back to like flip phones? Like it's like a phone.
Yeah,
some
of those Androids that flip. So a guy at my work just got one. And I know that one Cam's.
Yeah, it's like that too.
Yeah, so his is an actual, looks like an iPhone or looks like a regular Android, and then it flips out the other way.
Oh, really?
So it goes from a regular phone to like a tablet.
Yeah, and then he pulls out his stylus and he draws wieners.
Yeah.
No, I know about it.
Like, use that $1,200 wisely. Draw the best wieners that you can.
Hell yeah. I just can't get over it. And like even in video games too, if we want to sort of bring this back, the first like Call of Duty ever played, like the graphics on it were just terrible.
Man, you said it, you got 30 frames per second on that first Call of Duty, and people would be praising you like Jesus.
Yeah. And the first Call of Duty I played was on Wii. Yeah. So like the graphics on that, like they were horrible. Someone would be like 5 feet in front of you, and you wouldn't even see them. But now the way that they are, I can literally see like somebody's toe move 40 yards to my left,
right?
Because it's so clear and it's so.
And monitors have changed though too.
Oh, monitors
certain
are wild.
Extent.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, you
used to play on a toaster.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And now you have these big ass monitors with super high frame rates and refresh rates. It's just crazy.
Yeah. Well, then you like watch these streamers actually play, and their stream is so clear.
Yeah.
It's wild. And then I get on there and I play, and I'm like, why is this not as clear? But then I remember I'm poor and I don't have as good a stuff as them.
Yep.
But then I think, well, if I just put all this money into my build and stuff and make it look where like I'm just like I can see like literally grass grow.
Yeah.
I should be good then.
Yeah.
So that's where I'm at now.
And then take a lot of fall damage kills like Tim.
Yeah, just like don't even
That'll
open
get
my
you
parachute.
popular. Yep.
Yeah. If you guys are looking for streamers to watch, I mean, obviously, it's Masonator 69 is like a top one right now.
Top tier, absolutely.
Yeah. I'd watch him. Tim the Tatman's really good, and then like Dr. Disrespect.
Yep. Dr. Lupo's good. Courage is good.
I can't stand Courage.
You don't like Courage?
I can't stand Courage.
Courage, don't listen to this.
He's a weird.
Come on.
Like, everything's fabricated. Every rant he goes on.
I was gonna say his rant after who was in there.
He was like, "Oh, let me fire you up and crack my knuckles, Tim. Go back to being bald. You're fat." Like no,
you got 2 head dents.
Yeah, you could literally see him reading off his like little Word doc to his left. He's like, "Let me crack my knuckles." Ah!
Okay, I have not seen it from his point of view. I've seen it from Tim's, where he's just cracking up laughing. Yeah. Okay, so that makes more sense.
No,
if he was actually reading off. Okay, I've not seen that.
Everything Courage does, it's all fabricated. Like he tries to be funny because I think that one rant that like Tim the Tatman went on, he just blew up. And then he tried doing rants like that. He did that one rant, people thought it was funny, and now he like does it all the time. And he'll do it like in areas where it's not even warranted. Like somebody will jump through a window in front of him and then kind of like block him from jumping through, and he'd be like, "All right, Nick." And
I'm cracking my knuckles.
Yeah, I'm cracking my knuckles. Let me warm up here. I can't stand him. I can't stand Symphony. TP's all right. Literally, the only people I can stand are Tim the Tatman and Dr. Disrespect when they play together because they're just hilarious.
Yeah.
And then Nick Merckx is hilarious too. We had a little bit of technical difficulties. Basically, what we were saying was watch me on Twitch and then watch Timmy the Tatman and Dr. Disrespect. Maybe Danny's going to start Twitch here soon too. He just can't stream at the same time I stream because my computer can't run both.
Give that about a month. Okay. I'm gonna get this guy to get some better internet in here where we could have 16 streamers.
Yeah, we're just going to have this the stream house.
Yeah.
So you know what? If you're a streamer, why don't you just move in here?
Move in.
All right.
We got plenty of room in the basement.
Plenty of room in the basement.
We can set one of you guys up here, one of you guys up there.
Yep. You can't see behind this, but this is like it's probably like 1,000 square feet right behind this camera. That's just like endless.
We have car storage back there.
Yeah.
We have a couple amusement park rides. We can clear that out. Yeah. We got streamers moving in. We got bigger things to tackle here.
We'll move some things around here. But as always, we hope you guys just enjoyed hanging out with us for this little bit of time. We really like doing these things because we can just sort of just like talk about whatever and just have fun. I know a lot of you guys commented on our like previous thing that we put on Instagram, just sort of asking like sort of topics, engaging your guys' interest. You guys give a lot of really, really good topics. So if you don't hear them on this like podcast or anything like that, or like any of the ones coming up, don't get discouraged. It's just one of those things where we sort of have to resonate with the topic in order to want to talk about it. And for tonight's podcast, with me like starting to start streaming, it just made sense.
Yeah, he texted me earlier. He was like, "We're going to talk about gaming," and I was like, "Oh, let's go!"
Yeah. So I mean,
it's going to be awesome.
It's just something that we also just do all the time.
Yeah.
So it just made for a super simple podcast. But I mean, you want to add anything else before we close it out here?
Stay good.
Yeah, stay good, boys. All right, we appreciate you. My name is Mason.
My name is Danny.
And this is a Stay Good podcast. Have a good one.
See you guys.